just like me. Like, oh, oh my god. Oh my god. Clip. Oh my god. Oh. Nice. Oh!
Nice, good shit.
Holy shit!
Flip it, flip it. Nice.
Clip me.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. So, I have a fun stream for today. I'm very excited. It's a new way for me to make content, and there's a lot of tier list options from rappers to food, candy, cereal, movies, movie like series, and so I saw a simple one because I want to get some gaming in, and but I sorry, computer's fucking up. I wanted to get a quick one in before I get some Call of Duty, and this is gonna be a little sorry, I'm still posting to all my social medias about the stream. Yeah. So I'm ranking all the Marvel movies because I have some very strong opinions. Well, not really anything different from most. Like I feel like we all know like S tier ranked like some of the best and whatnot. Um. Stuff like that. I'm gonna fight you for sure. Well, Taylor, guess what? You're just gonna have to sit back and enjoy the show, right? Because it's definitely gonna be a good one. Alright. So yeah. I'm still struggling with this mic thing. It just like I feel like a big dick's just right in my face, and I'm not used to shit being right in my face, Okay, I feel naked without a hat, so I'm gonna put a hat on. We're gonna go with the Lakers today. LA, baby. Yeah. So, without further ado, if before we start this awesome show of ours, Taylor, do you have any last words you'd like to get out for the crowd? I already updated it, and it auto-corrected to that. I didn't do it on purpose. But thank you for making me look like a dummy before I even start. Okay. So without further ado, here we go. Ever? Okay. You can turn the stream off now. 8 Mile is definitely the best movie ever, but we'll debate that for a general a journal movies list. This is my piece. Thor: Dark World is trash. Yep, that's on here as an option. All right, so without further ado, here we go. Here we are. And no, I do not know how to zoom in. The options are S rank being like godlike, A like close to godlike but just didn't have what it needed to be there. B is middle of the pack, could do with like it was good, but it wasn't great and it wasn't bad. C was average. C for me is gonna be like an Ant-Man type movie. It wasn't the best, kind of bored me, like kind of a waste of time. I could have just watched it when it came out. D is just fucking trash, and I have some trash movies here that I've watched. All these, a lot of these I've watched 5+ times. Some only gave them 1 or 2, and I don't even know why there are. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they put the animated Spider-Man in here. I was like, you know, you're stealing this idea. I haven't even started it and you're already stealing it. God, tough crowd today, huh? 8 Mile isn't the top grossing movie. It was when it came out, and Eminem won a fucking Oscar. And you know how many people, great actors are out there who haven't won Oscars, like Leonardo DiCaprio and all his great movies, like still has yet to win an Oscar, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay, so without further ado, here we go. First up we have, what is this, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Oh, how am I going to go Volume 2? We're just going to do, alright. I already told you how I felt about Ant-Man. Ant-Man's going for C for me. It wasn't that great. I mean, I like the idea of it, and it helped lead up to a lot of the events in the future movies. But other than that, like, it didn't hit for me. Actually, I'm gonna let Brennan know. Infinity War stopped 8 Mile hard. I don't know about that. Plus, the categories are kind of different. All right. Where's the first fucking? I meant the Guardian of the Galaxies. I liked Guardian of the Galaxies. I think it brought a comedy type aspect to Marvel. Because if you think about it, a lot of these fucking movies, aside from Iron Man's, or, you know, his character himself in the movies, like, he is kind of comical, like a smart ass, basically. Other than that, none of these characters were really too funny. I mean, in some of these, like, off-story movies, like, which one is it? I want to say, I'll remember which one this was. I want to say it was Thor Ragnarok, where him and the Hulk were fucking somewhere else doing their thing. Like, that one was kind of funny, but I don't know. It didn't really. That one also didn't really hit for me. But anyways, yeah. Where is that? Guardian Galaxies for me is gonna be like a B. Not a whole lot of good main characters in it. I mean, hilarious. I mean, it definitely started the storyline for me, or really gave more detail about the stones and what they are, and like really lightened everyone on them. Just my opinion though, because a lot of people think like Captain America, it was the first fucking, you know, time we seen a crystal or whatever, gem, whatever they call it. Everyone calls it something different. I see it on Reddit all the time. People always arguing about the names, even though they have a name for it. I just don't remember. I actually haven't watched one of the Marvel movies since I've seen the last one in theaters. Like, I've yet to see Black Widow, which I don't think this is on here yet, which I'm sure is great. And before I continue this list, I just want to note that I don't like when people make movies after someone dies. Like, Black Widow, in my eyes, should have came out before she died. The Tesseract, yeah. Like, if, like, all these movies, like, before the original Avengers came out, each person, had their own movie, right? Thor had Thor, Hulk had Hulk, Iron Man had Iron Man, Captain America had Captain America. But the Black Widow, she was kind of, I want to say, in all but Thor, she was in. Like, I don't remember her being in Thor. I could be totally wrong. She might be in a scene or two, but I haven't watched the original Thor in fucking years. It's not out yet. I'm just basing this off what I think. Like, I've read that. Yeah, way to fucking spoil it for everyone. Dick. But that has nothing to do with my opinion on, like, them coming out with the movies after they're already dead. Like, I feel like that should have came out prior to her dying. Like, let's talk it out. Alright, well, while we're talking it out, let's move on to the next one. I'm gonna skip Guardian of the Galaxies 2. Let's get into some of these other ones. Black Panther, for me, for a lot of reasons, is a S-rank movie. Like, if we're talking just the movie itself, it was 11 out of 10. There was, like, their pick for an actor as the opposition to the prince, or the king at the time, like, Michael B. Jordan couldn't have played the role any better. And no, like, weird stuff, but, like, he fit the role. Yeah, Wakanda Forever. Definitely a great movie. It helped build the fan base of... Yeah, we're not gonna go there. Anyways, it financially, I think it's a top 3 seller for Marvel. I know it broke and shattered a lot of Marvel records when that movie came out. I will say that when I went to see this movie when I was stationed in Hawaii, I was with me and my friend. We were the only 2 Caucasian people in the movie theater. But I think it was just like I don't know. It was just a great movie. Like, I bought the cool ass popcorn box thing. Like, I had it all. I bought everything when that movie came out. I don't really got much to say about the movie. I mean, I wish that Michael B. Jordan didn't have to die. I feel like he would have been awesome, like, as, like, I don't know, like a vice president kind of person to the king. Like, and they probably could have used him in the upcoming wars. But, you know, whatever. Okay. This movie coming up next, I did not like. And I repeat, I did not like. And it, for me, did not hit the spot. I did not go and see it. I didn't think, just based off, like, the stuff they put out on TV, it just didn't hit the spot for me, man. I wasn't getting that vibe, like, I'm gonna go spend $25 tonight and go watch this movie at the theater. I will just wait for it to come out. And that would be Doctor Strange. And I'm gonna put that in D. I don't think that it, with some of these other movies, because yeah, also, Taylor, I know you're watching, you have to think of where, if you really like Doctor Strange, are you saying it's better than some of these? Like, and we still have a lot more movies to, you know, rank. You know, if you want to do your own tier list and then their own explanation, that's fine. But for me, I don't see any other movie that would be below Doctor Strange. You know, Ant-Man was oh, I liked. They were both kind of just not good in my eyes. But I would definitely pick Ant-Man 10 times over Doctor Strange. But yeah, other than that, alright, let's see what's next. Let's see. The original Hulk. Well, I'm playing the original Hulk in C for 2 reasons. One, Hulk came out like 3 different times since I've been alive. And each time there was a different actor. And when they solidified what's his name? See, I'm not good with the actors' names. Like, it'll come back to me after I'm done doing this, but like, I don't know. It's not better than Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, and there's gonna be some A movies here coming out. Like, there's only a couple S ranked movies where I'm just like, God, this is, and like, Hulk is garbage. It isn't even the actual MCU. Well, I mean, it's still technically Marvel. Like, if like, I get what you're saying, but if he wasn't important, he wouldn't have been in the Avengers. So we have to rank the movie. And honestly, I can't just delete like one of these options. Like, I have to rank these options, so we have to rank them. And I'm not gonna just rank the movie D when the movie was alright. I mean, there wasn't really much to the movie itself. Guy fucking chemical fucking change and blah. Now he changes a big green monster. Wasn't a whole lot to it. Okay, what's next? Is this the original Thor? Original Thor, we're gonna put it A. Thor, I think, without minus his godlike fucking powers, probably is automatic D. You know what? Fine, I'll put the Hulk at D just for you, because I could put it at D. I gave it C just because he's one of the original Avengers, and I was just giving them credit. But there is a couple more C movies in my eyes. But anyways, back to the original Thor. The story was great. I liked how they introduced him, basically. Overall, like, I went a lot of these movies, except for like 3 or 4, I didn't see in theaters, and 2 of them came out when I was at boot camp, so it wasn't my fault. And it's not like I can just be like, hey, I go to the movies, guys, take a break, time out, boot camp, train later, save the world later. You know, just let me go watch this Marvel movie real quick. Can't do that. It's not like that. But as soon as I got out of boot camp, best believe, like, we watched these movies. Yeah, Thor, great movie in my eyes. All right, next. The original Iron Man. I think the original Iron Man was probably, as a kid for me, was the coolest movie I've ever watched. Like, it like brought that superhero like aspect to me. Like I was such a fan after that movie, and like I love cliffhangers, and it just kept going on and on and on. Like, and like, I know his name is fuck's his name. Oh, I don't remember his name. I'm just gonna call him Tony for right now. I think Tony played a fucking amazing role. Yeah, I mean, he played up to his death, man. Like, a spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't finished the Marvel series, he's dead. Can I get a cricket in the chat? Anyways, sorry about that. Yeah, original Iron Man S rank movie for me. Definitely made my childhood. I don't got much more to say. I mean, it's Iron Man. Like, now what we should do is make a tier list on a 1v1 scale of who. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. Yes. See, I knew that. I knew it started with an R. I just couldn't remember, and I wasn't about to just list off some names. Now, if we were to do like 1v1 battles, that would be different because I have very different opinions on who would win in a 1v1. Anyways, all right, let's go to. I can't really tell which one these are. What is? Okay, so this is the first Spider-Man, right? Homecoming. I'm gonna put this in B tier. Reasoning for that is, I think he just got I don't know. I think he got introduced a little late. I'm all right with that. We could do that. Let's set it up. It's a date. Spider-Man. I mean, growing up, for all the other Spider-Man movies, Spider-Man's always been a great movie for me. But Spider-Man just never resembled like a superhero to me. I mean, he is what he is. He's your neighborhood friendly spider. Like, he didn't save the world. Like, he didn't, he just stopped bad guys, really. And octopus looking, crawling Green Lantern type motherfuckers. You, me, Thursday. Hello. That sounds good. Yeah, so Spider-Man, it was a good movie. I went and watched it. Like, I spent the money, got the t-shirt. I lost a lot of these t-shirts because I gave them to ex-girlfriends and stuff who watched Marvel, and just like hoodies, I never got them back. Yep. Okay, moving on. Okay, let's see. Okay. Captain America, the First Avenger. Another S-rank movie for me. Captain America is by far, out of Marvel and DC, and I will always been a Marvel fan over DC. Captain America is by far my favorite Marvel character. I get he was just an experiment, but that man picked up Thor's hammer. Like, the Hulk couldn't do it. Like, this man, just like me, jacked up huge, picked up the hammer, and was, doing his thing with it. Now, other than that, the background and the storytelling on this movie was fantastic. From A to Z, the storytelling and just the story and line was just fantastic. I couldn't have asked for a better start to the Marvel series. Along with Iron Man, both great starters. Thor didn't hit like that, and that's why Thor's at A and not S, because Thor didn't do it like those two did. And honestly, if we're talking numbers financially, Thor didn't do as well as those two. but I don't think people took the Thor like they took the Captain America or Iron Man. Like, but that's just my opinion. Like, these, like, again, this is all just my opinion. Let's see. What is this? Okay, did I hit all of them? So can I rate the Avengers now? Or did Iron Man 2 come out? I think 2 came out before the Avengers. Yeah, it did. That's 2, right? Yeah, I think that's 2. Yeah, 'cause that one says Iron Man 3. I'm an idiot. Alright, Iron Man 2. Not gonna lie, this one kind of disappointed me. And it's going in B. It's not A worthy. It's kind of like how Deadpool, right? Deadpool number 1, the original, was fantastic. Great movie, front to back hilarious. Like, Ryan Reynolds killed it. But Deadpool 2, just, it felt like they tried too hard to, like, redo what they did with the first movie, you know? And that sucked because I liked it. It's just, I don't know. Iron Man 2 just wasn't it for me. Like, it's definitely better than Ant-Man. There's not too many movies that are worse than Ant-Man. But yeah. So we're just not much to say about it. I mean, I like the little storytelling behind it. But I mean, it's just someone wanted to steal the powers, accuse them of stealing powers, you know. That's bullshit, you know. What's next? Alright. Avengers D. Just waiting, just keep waiting, just keep waiting. I'm just playing. It's so hard because there's, how many more movies do I think is S tier out of this? You know what? I don't. I'm just kidding. So the original Avengers, finally, after going through like 6 movies, that's like 6 years of waiting, we finally get the collective bunch together. Like, I was super excited. Again, I went to this movie, did the whole 9. It was, I think, from the beginning to the end, just like how they, well, for the most part, how Iron Man, Thor, and Cap met up, you know, jumping off the fucking going 200-mile-an-hour plane, you know, and they're all bailing it out and fucking, you know, the whole 9. Like, I feel like that was a great entrance, and, you know, finally they realized they're allies, and, you know, it took a lot of working out. It's kind of like a best friend group that you just start off and, you know, gotta work out the kinks and or a relationship. Gotta get the kinks out of the way. Or if you're like me, I just throw them away because I don't like dealing with kinks or, you know, shit I don't like. So just get rid of them. But no, the movie was great. I don't have no complaints about the movie. It wasn't too long. There's one of these movies I felt was kind of long. And I think it was. I really think it almost hit 3 hours. Or damn near. Like, could be totally wrong, but it, for me, when I was in theaters, I thought I got up like 3 times to use the bathroom. Like, that's because I was not satisfied with it. But yeah, great movie, definitely S rank. All right, moving on. I gotta see. Is this Age of Ultron? Yeah. Age of Ultron was not a fan. I feel like it was kind of a waste of my time. I do not think it was a good movie. And I will stand by that. Really? The enemy we're going to create is a fucking robot that basically they created? That's the next big enemy that we're making the next Avengers movies for? Like, I felt like the Guardian of the Galaxies guy had, like, their enemy in Guardian of the Galaxy, like, the guy that beat was better than fucking Ultron. Like, are you kidding me? So, for that fact, that's why I'm putting Age of Ultron in C, because I felt like the Guardian of the Galaxies movie had a better enemy. Like, a formidable one at that, too. I definitely think the Guardian of the Guardian of the Galaxy guy who was chasing stones for, wavy chin guy, just could have beat up Ultron. I don't think that the what was his name? Ruin or Ron or start with the R. I definitely think he could have won in a 1v1 against Ultron. Not gonna lie. I mean, because look at who beat Ultron at the end. Like, it wasn't like it took 8 of them to beat him. Like, at the end of the day, like, half of the Avengers were trying to get people away from him. Like, so it wasn't like, 1v6, That's why I'm putting in the C tier. Brendan said, Age of Ultron was awesome. Ultron is a major threat. Well, I mean, up to that point in the Marvel universe, maybe, but if you're looking at all these movies combined and all these movies, like, their main enemy in some of these movies, I feel like there were some stronger enemies than that. And for that to be the second Avengers movie, for Ultron to be this, I felt like there should have been some outer space person that should have been a bigger threat. But that's just my opinion, guys. This is why I'm doing this. It's my tier list, not yours. Mine. My thoughts, my opinions. You guys are just here to give an opinion, and if you feel like yours differ from mine, here's the website and do your own. Kindly, respectfully. Guardian of the Galaxies Volume 2. Trash! Did not like it. I was so let down by this movie. I think the only thing that was good about this movie was Groot. Then who better voice Groot than Vin Diesel? Yeah, or debate it with me on Thursday instead. We could do that. I mean, well, that's already happening, but yeah, I remember. I was just saying. But yeah, Volume 2 was not good. Not in my eyes. I left the movie theaters very upset. One, because I had to work the next morning, and I had to see the last show, and I was not impressed. I was very upset. I just wasn't pleased. Just didn't hit for me. Alright, we're just gonna... Alright, got that out of the way. Let's see. Thor Dark World. Well, it's definitely not better than anything in the B tier list. I don't even think Dark World was better than Ragnarok, to be honest with you. I think Ragnarok was pretty badass, actually. Yeah, Dark World. anything with Thor is better than Doctor Strange, so we're gonna put that in the C tier. It definitely didn't hit. I think this is one of the movies I didn't see right when it came out, but I've watched it a few times and it's a little cringy to watch. Like, I would almost watch fucking Ant-Man and Wasp before I put that on. Then I'm not a fan of that movie either, and we'll get a rating here in a little bit. We'll get to that. I just feel like they wasted a lot of time and money making those. Ragnarok was comedic and epic. Yeah, I like. Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I like. I mean, it wasn't necessarily completely boring, but compared to the other Thor movie, like Ragnarok, it's gonna get blown out of the park. Like, it wasn't even close. Iron Man 3. This one, honestly, I could have predicted that's how they were gonna go with this route. I liked that what I really liked about it is he really like brought out all the stops, like showing off that he can control multiple Iron Mans, and then his girl got all fucking fucked up and like he had PTSD and shit, like. But I mean, other than that, like, it wasn't a good leader up to. It wasn't like exciting. I left the theaters. I was like, it was all right, but it's I can't put it in C because it definitely beats these three movies, but it definitely is not better than A, and it's not in S tier. So I'm gonna put it up here with its coherent in 2 and Spider-Man Guardian Galaxies. I can almost put Guardian Galaxies at A, like, but there's a couple other A movies here. I'm just gonna go get this out of the way right now. Ant-Man and Wasp is a D for dog shit, dog water. Any other fucking name that you can come up with that starts with a fucking D, that's what that movie was. I think I went and seen this movie. I went and seen this movie, and I almost left the movie theater. Like, I was so upset, like, that this is what they wasted millions of dollars on to make. How can I place that below Dark World? Because it's Thor. Like, I feel like more nerdy tech people attracted to Ant-Man and Wasp. Because it was all about, like, you know, time traveling, like, it was in that area of expertise that they were trying to hit. Like, I just wasn't following it. Then they were trashing Iron Man in the movie, like that Iron Man's dad, or Tony's dad, stole some shit and whatnot. Whatever. Suck my dick. Get out of here. What a waste. I'm glad there was another movie that came out that year for Marvel, and I think they did come out with another movie for that reason, because they knew it wasn't going to hit. At least we got the quantum realm out of the movie, which gave us spoilers, time travel that we needed for Endgame. Yeah, but I don't know. We're not ranking the movies based on where they are in the timeline. We're just ranking the movies overall. Like, if I could probably rank these differently based off their cliffhangers alone. Brennan, Ant-Man and Wasp was great. I don't agree. I think the original Ant-Man was better. Like how he came to be, and it was a great little movie for 8-year-olds. Moving on. Winter Soldier. For me, that's an A tier movie. I definitely think it's better than all the B tier. I think it's better than everything. Honestly, if I could move this over, it'd probably be like right there. Like, I don't know. Like, that movie was just really fucking good. Like, how the Winter Soldier came to be, and like what's gonna lead up to the next couple movies, and like, it was just a good movie. Like, I didn't want to leave the movie theater after I watched it or during it. Like, and it really showed like Cap fought in some of the original movie and the Avengers, but he really like was beating ass in this movie, like real fighting. Like, it was a lot of action packed going on in this movie, and I like action. I don't like the boring details. Like, you gotta be able to throw the details in there. When Marvel is just an action packed like series, like that's why Doctor Strange just wasn't good. I get it was great for the timeline and telling the timeline, but other than that, it just wasn't good. Alright. Captain Marvel. Where do you guys think I'm putting this movie? I know we're not putting it up at the top. It is definitely not an S-ranked movie. And based on the movies I got left, you know what? We're gonna hold off on Captain Marvel, because I gotta see where I place these other ones first before I place that movie. Let's go ahead and get Thor Ragnarok out of the way. B. It was badass, like Taylor mentioned. And it was funny as hell. I don't know. Thor, like, he's just very comical. Like, he says some stupid shit that just makes you laugh. Like, when he's fat and, in the Endgame or part 2. And he's sitting there fucking yelling at the guy on Xbox. Like, that shit was hilarious. Not much to say about the movie. It was good. I mean, the enemy, like I said, also, I think could have beaten Ultron. His sister, I think. Or am I completely mixing the movies up? No, it is Ragnarok with his sister, right? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think she was fucking up Ultron, not gonna lie. But, moving on, not much to say about that movie. Spider-Man 2, wait, I'm skipping a movie. Civil War, I'm pretty sure I skipped everywhere. I was just seeing what I wanted to write. Civil War. For me, that's A. It's not better than the original Avengers, but it's definitely better than Ultron. I liked it because we got to see what side was a little bit stronger and smarter. Like, just it's what the fan base wanted. It was the 1v1s. It was who was gonna fight who, and it really gave us Marvel fans something to debate after this movie. I really think debating came up after this movie came out. Because before we kind of just talked about it, but then they put this movie out there, right? And then they kind of just give us this idea of like, oh shit, well, Ant-Man kind of fucked up a lot of people when he went big. But then again, all Spidey had to do was wrap some fucking silly string around his fucking feet and he fell down. And he was chalked after that. Like, 1v1s are so hard because if you say one person beats another, but then someone else beat that person who isn't stronger than that person they beat, if that makes sense. That's why 1v1s are really hard. You really gotta just pick certain characters. You can't pick like the B level characters. Like we're just rating the movies, but we can rate the actual characters themselves in a different video or stream. But other than that, like, I don't really got much more else to say. It was a great movie. I loved it. It was very, very worth the money. I think it made a lot of money. Okay. Which Infinity War. See, these last 4 movies are kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm not trying to put too many more S ranks up there. I think only out of these 4, I think only one more is S rank. Now I'm thinking about it, I might have to make a correction. I don't think Iron Man 2 is a B rank movie. Looking at the rest of this list, I have one more B, or possibly 2, and they're not on the same level as Iron Man 2. In a good way. I think they're better than Iron Man 2. Okay. Infinity War, I'm going to put at B. I think they nerfed a lot of characters in this movie. And for anyone who doesn't know what nerf means, it means they've made people seem weaker than they are. A lot of people are going to say Infinity War, Endgame, S rank movies because they're the last 2 movies. Well, you're wrong. Very wrong. Just because it's part 1 of, whatever. I don't think it was that great of a movie. I mean, it was good. I went and watched it. Again, I got all the apparel, the cool fucking popcorn bucket. The whole 9, But, it just wasn't. I don't think it was better than Civil War or the first Thor or Winter Soldier. I don't. I think it was cool seeing everyone fight together, but watching all of them get their asses handed to them, like, really? Like, the variety of characters there was, and you guys lost to 1 species and then 2, like, and the smart and brains that they had on the ally side, like, we couldn't figure it out. Like, it took us the movie, and then Endgame was like, what, 5 years in the future? It took us like 6 years to figure out how to fucking get people back, how to save the world, whatever. And think about it, in the Endgame, look how fast it took them to find him. Like, and then Thor just chops his head off like it's nothing. Like, we couldn't have done that in Infinity War. I mean, they didn't really fight Thanos, though. They did in the last 5 minutes in the movie. They fought him, and again, like, it wasn't like how Endgame's fighting was. We only saw a glimpse of fighting, but I do agree he's the most unstoppable villain in this series. I mean, especially out of these villains. I mean, but yeah, definitely a beer tier movie for me. Captain Marvel. I'm gonna go with A rank. Oh, wrong. I thought she, as a, um, her as a character, she played really well. I feel like the backstory was great. It helped for people who like follow the storyline to a T. It definitely filled in some blanks. At first, I wasn't gonna lie. When I first watched the movie, I left the theater very confused. Like, I had to go home and rewatch a couple movies to figure out why I was confused. To end up just rewatching all the movies, and then it still took some explaining from a friend for me to completely understand what I was missing. But I mean, it's not an S tier movie by any means. It definitely didn't do numbers like Black Panther did, and I mean, it's hard to compete with those S rank movies. Those S rank movies are kind of just there, but it was definitely top two, not number one type situation. Top two, definitely number two. In tiers. Endgame definitely is an S rank movie. To complete the series, basically, I think the battle was so epic. Like, I've never seen, like, y'all thought the Civil War battle was good. Like, when Cap was just standing there and he was looking at the whole army and, like, and they all just came out there and the fighting began and you got to see everyone come back from being fucking destroyed into thin air. I don't know, fucking disappeared into the smoke. They wanted all the smoke, folks. I don't know. I think it was definitely an S rank movie. And yeah. Not much to it. It was a great movie. And finally, we have the last Spider-Man. I didn't care for it. I am going to put it with the C's. I don't think it was better than the original, the first one. I don't think it was better than Thor Ragnarok or Iron Man 3. Definitely wasn't better than Infinity War. I think it's on par with these C's. Like, the enemy that he was given, like, I think the cliffhanger for this movie, if we were basing these movies cliffhangers, definitely an S rank cliffhanger. I am very excited to see the next one. Believe me, I am. But the movie itself just wasn't. If anything, I was more excited that he was finally gonna ask the damn girl out. Other than that, like, there wasn't really. He got his ass beat a lot. Really, you fought basically Thanos, and you couldn't figure out what the fuck was hitting you. Are you kidding me right now? This is some bullshit. But, yep, this is my list. Honestly, guys, my top 3 Marvel movies of all time. It's probably gonna be the first Captain America. The first Iron Man and Black Panther. That's kind of why they're in the S ranks. I just think the movies were just front to back fucking perfect. I don't think they missed anywhere. He just didn't miss. Yeah. So, if you guys have any follow-ups or whatever, this video is going to be going on YouTube. I'm going to be doing more tier lists like this on my YouTube channel, along with my Call of Duty posts and stuff like that. I've been neglecting the YouTube videos. I don't feel like I've been making great content lately, and for some reason, I saw a couple of streamers do these tier lists more for like Call of Duty games and stuff, but they have so many options for tier lists. Like, that you can do, and just something to do so people can see where you're at in life, like what your vibes and thoughts are about things like food, games, movies, shows, like anime. I mean, I can't really do an anime one because I've only watched like 4, and to me they're all shitty except Naruto, so like very biased, but I've given them a chance. And for the record, Hokage Naruto definitely beats Thanos 1-on-1. Just putting that out there. For anyone who likes Naruto and has watched Boruto. Oh, that's what I should do. I got a great video for Naruto fans. I'm going to find a Naruto character fucking list, and we're gonna rank Naruto characters, and I'm gonna get some special guests on there with me. I have a few names in mind that can do this with me, and we can just talk it out. But yeah, this is my list. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah. Presentation mode. Oh, well, I guess I could have did this. Might have been a little better, but whatever. Yeah. So I think it's about that time I head over to Warzone, guys. So we're just gonna, dibbly on over there. That was fun. I like that. Ugh. That was great.